Hey, what's up my loves? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This video has been very fucking annoying. This is the third time that I'm filming this. Every time I film this, I have had a new makeup look, I've had a new wig. If I have a different hairstyle, a different color, a different makeup look, outfit, that's because I merged the two together, bitch. Okay. Let's get started. It has been a few weeks since I have filmed, so I apologize for that for the people who actually fucking watch me. I have been gone away for a few weeks. A lot has changed. The universe is crazy right now. I am in a new setting. As you can see, this will probably be our normal setting for a while until I want to change it up or anything like that. I did move out. I am on my own. Of course, I have roommates and stuff like that, but I'm by myself. That's been really sick. So yeah, this is the new setup and I hope you guys like it. Today's video, we're gonna be doing some lash talk. So this is for all my babies in the beauty industry. The reason why I decided to make this video today was because I think a lot of people get the misinterpretation that being in the beauty community is easy. Basically anybody wanting to come into the beauty industry, or you're in school, anything like that. These are just some pros, cons, as well as just some tips that I wish I would have known. It can be very overwhelming when everything kind of just slaps you in the face. Yeah, that's why I basically want to make this video, because I never really felt like anybody really talks about the beauty industry and how hard it actually is, and how hard it really can be and how overwhelming it can be. So let's get started. So let's start off with our cons. After you graduate, after you get your license, you think you're all done, but no, you're not. And you probably never will be, and that's okay. Depending on which field you go in, whether it is hair, nail, lashes, skin, anything like that, like massage therapy, anything, you will need to continue your education. I think people think that once you are done with school, you're completely done forever, and you're not. You continue to go to classes depending on what you want to brush up on, to keep on the trends. You're always going to want to do at least 1 or 2 classes a year just to continue to get better and better at what you're doing. So with that being said, it can be very expensive. The classes, I took a class for brows that was $2,500, and typically the classes are a 2-3 day class. This one in particular was not. It was a 8-hour class, and so that was my mistake. That's another thing, is if you do take classes, I would always recommend taking classes that are 2 or 3 days long versus just a day, just because I feel like you don't get enough time to process information, but you will need to take classes. I mean, you don't have to, but it's something that I highly recommend to keep up on your trends and to stay good at what you're doing. Basically, you can only practice the same amount of things over and over again. You can perfect them, but the beauty industry is always changing and flip-flopping, and you want to make sure you're up to date on everything. There's new trends always coming out, but it is expensive and it is an ongoing investment. Another yearly thing that you are going to have to do is renewing your license. After your license and everything, every year you need to, of course, renew it, which costs money. Keep that in mind, that you will have to renew your license and it isn't cheap. So moving on to lifestyle. Being in a salon, you most likely will work long hours. This is just something that I have come across with every single platform that I've worked on. I have done hair, I have done nails, and now I have done lashes. Every single time, in every single thing, you work long hours, and you don't have to. Typically, you can make your own schedule sometimes and stuff like that, but most of the time, you do work long hours, and it's a lot. It's very tiring. It's very overwhelming at some points, and I think keeping that in mind, it's not an easy job. You're usually slouched over like this, or you're standing on your feet all day. Sometimes I pull 10 to 12 hour shifts. My average is about 10 hours. So knowing that and being aware of that, I think really helps, because I don't think you really realize how much you're gonna work until you're already there. And then you realize, oh, okay, like this is normal. Like everybody, including me and everybody around me, is doing this. And working at a salon isn't just a job. It is definitely a lifestyle. The salon becomes your life. And that may not always be the case, but in majority of the places that I've seen, it does become your life, because you are there for so long, for so many hours. You are staying later to take more clients. You are coming in earlier. A lot of the time, people aren't there from 9 in the morning to 5 at night. I've seen people come in from 8 a.m. and stay till 10. Or like me personally, I've come at 8 a.m. and then stayed until, I want to say like 7 or 8. My typical shift is 9 to 8. And some days are easier than others. Some days are very, like I'll go in at maybe 11 and leave at like 5. So it's not always like that, but majority, my typical day is about a 10 to 12 hour shift. And I'd say that that's pretty average for everybody. With all of that being said, let's move on to the pros. So for the first pro that I would like to say is we are very, very lucky to have to go to school for about a year. I went to cosmetology school for about 2 years, but that's only because I was doing part-time high school and part-time cosmetology school. So it extended the program a lot more, but typically the normal program, if you go somewhere else, is about a year, I'd say. It could be longer. I don't know if it's changed since I last checked, but it's about a year that you go. So we luck out a lot, and we only have to go for about a year compared to like other people who, you know, go to school for like 3 to 4 years to do what they want to do. We only go to school for 1. So aside from that, moving on to when you actually get into the actual community and stuff like that, the first thing that you should know when I'm gonna be mostly speaking on lashes, but because that's like my profession, but when you start getting into, you know, doing lashes or whatever you're gonna do, there's a huge opportunity to make lots of money. Aside from like all the classes and entrepreneuring and everything else moving outside of it, just depends on whether or not you wanted to go into, you know, booth rental, or if you wanted to do commission rates. You can do just so much, and there's so much opportunity to grow, so much potential coming into the beauty industry. Next thing that I want to say as far as a pro is, of course, the people. I honestly can say that every single person that I've ever worked with in a salon, whether it was doing nails, hair, anything like that, most people in the beauty industry are they're just amazing people to be around. I really haven't had any bad experiences as far as like coworkers and stuff like that, but the beauty community in general is just very beautiful. They're all very beautiful souls, and I've enjoyed working with everybody that I've come into contact with, and that is very hard to say. I know that may not be the case for all people. The beauty industry also has a very high reputation for like cattiness and like drama, which of course there can be. And as far as for like me, I have loved all of my coworkers. Everybody has been absolutely amazing, not just at the salon that I'm at now, but other salons. I have made some amazing friends that I will probably have for the rest of my life. Honestly, I can say that your coworkers and stuff, they become your family. They become your second family. And last but not least, my favorite part of what I do. So my favorite part about being a cosmetologist is making people feel confident and making people enhancing their beauty and making people feel like they could fucking walk out into this world and run that bitch. I don't know, it's just been so amazing, because like even the other day I asked somebody and I was like, why, like what made you want to do lashes? Simple question. She goes, well, I'm older and I don't feel very confident. I don't like the way I look sometimes. My eyes are very hooded and this and that and this and that. And so I'm hoping that this can, you know, open my eyes up a little bit. And at the end of it, I swear her reaction was worth everything. I know for me, like, they are a huge confident boost. Like, lashes are everything. Like, lashes are everything. They make the face, they bring out all the features of the face, everything like that. So when, you know, when you have people come in and they're not super confident, you meeting my wonderful clients, and again, some of my clients have become my friends that I will probably have for the rest of my life, just meeting amazing women in different career paths, different lifestyles, and getting to know, you know, their lives, their relationships, and be along for the way is another one of my favorite things. That's what I want to give off. I haven't always been the most confident person. I'm still on my journey to self-love and still figuring out how to love myself, and being able to be part of that for somebody else, like be part of that journey for somebody else, is my favorite. Like, it is my absolute favorite thing ever. So at the end of the day, like, if I have made somebody happy and if I have made them feel better, or if I see a reaction, like, that is all I want at the end of the day. I don't need to make millions of dollars in what I'm doing. I just want to make people feel better, because that's why I got into cosmetology. One of the biggest reasons of why I do what I do. It's like the only reason of why I do what I do. I think that's it for the end of the video. All I want to say is thank you guys so much for listening. I hope that this has helped somebody. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of me. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye! Ugh.